Welcome to Grammar Zone. In this exercise, we're going to practice when and how to use the past perfect tense and the past continuous tense. Now first, when do we use the past perfect tense? First of all, the formation of the past perfect tense is that we use had with verb pp. And we use the past perfect tense to talk about something that had happened prior to a past event. As for the past continuous tense, we use be verbs with verb ing, was and were with VING. We use the past continuous tense to talk about an ongoing action in the past. So let's take a look at the questions here. Number one, while I up the mountain, I got tired, but I didn't stop until I reached the top. As we can see that the key word, the time marker that we usually use with the past continuous tense is while. And we also know that we use while with the longer action. Now take a look at the whole sentence. You can see that these two actions happened at the same time. So we have to use past continuous tense here. So the answer is while I was walking. So the answer for number one is, while I was walking up the mountain, I got tired, but I didn't stop until I reached the top. Let's take a look at number two. I was very tired when I got to the top of the mountain. I, a long distance. As you can see that this person was already on the top, and he was talking about something that happened before he reached the top. So for this sentence, we know this action happened before this. So we have to use the past perfect tense. I had verb pp of walk, walked. So the answer is, I was very tired when I got to the top of the mountain. I had walked a long distance. Let's take a look at number three. I knocked. No one answered. I turned the handle and pulled sharply on the door, but it didn't open. Someone it. Now we know that the person was trying to open the door, but the door had been locked. We know that the door was locked before the person tried to open it. So we have to use the past perfect tense for this one. Someone had the verb pp of lock, locked. So the answer is, I knocked, no one answered. I turned the handle and pulled sharply on the door, but it didn't open. Someone had locked it. Let's take a look at question number four. Where were you when the earthquake occurred? Occurred means happened. In my office, I to my assistant when we were working on the report. Now you know there are two people talking to each other. A person asked the other one where he was when the earthquake occurred, and he replied he was in the middle of something. So we know that we have to use the past continuous tense with this sentence. So the answer is, I was talking to my assistant because at the time when the earthquake occurred, they were working on a report. So they were talking too. So the answer for number four is, where were you when the earthquake occurred? In my office, I was talking to my assistants. We were working on a report. Alright, let's take a look at question number five. We drove 200 miles to see the circus in New York City. When we got there, we couldn't find the circus in the town. We all the way here for nothing. You know that at this moment, they were in New York City, and they were there to see the circus, but the circus wasn't there. It's because past perfect tense, it had left already. So the circus wasn't there because it had left town. So for the second one, we also have to use the past perfect tense. We had because it happened before that, because now they were in New York. We had drove, driven here all the way for nothing. So the answer for number five is, we drove 200 miles to see the circus in the New York City. When we got there, we couldn't find the circus. It had left town. We had driven all the way here for nothing. Let's take a look at question number six. Jake's house was destroyed in the earthquake. I know, it's lucky that he and his family several days before the earthquake struck. Now we know the earthquake happened in the past. And here, several days before the earthquake, it means they had left the house before the earthquake. So we know that we have to use the past perfect tense here. He and his family had the PP of leave left. So the answer for number 6 is Jack's house is destroyed in the earthquake. I know, it's lucky that he and his family had left several days before the earthquake struck. Question number 7. Amanda didn't need to study the present perfect tense, she did before. The sentence over here is written in the past tense. And she didn't have to learn it because she had learned it before. So we know this happens before this. And the sentence over here is already in the past, so we have to use past perfect tense over here. So the answer is, she had learned it before. The answer for number 7 is, Amanda didn't need to study the present perfect tense, she had already learned it before. Alright, let's take a look at question number 8. I enjoy visiting Tommy's class. When I went to his class yesterday, the present perfect tense. We can see that conjunction linking two words, linking two sentences. When something happened, the other thing was also in motion. So we know they happened in the same time. We have to use the past continuous tense for this. So they were learning. So the answer for number 8 is, I enjoyed visiting Tommy's class. When I went to his class yesterday, they were learning the present perfect tense. Now this is the end of the practice for the past perfect tense and the past continuous tense 1. Thank you for watching this.